Okay. A bit closer here. All right. So SmackDown was rated R. I was not expecting that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you will, because I will be covering SmackDown for you. And you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and everyone here. Before we do that, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, comment down below, and turn on those post notifications so you never miss a stream like this. This is the Talking Logic Podcast. I'm here to talk wrestling with you. So, the June 25th edition of SmackDown was decent. After a historic Hell in a Cell match last week, we didn't see Rey Mysterio or Dominic Mysterio. We didn't even see the tag team champions. So I guess they're in a local medical facility. Sorry, I can't say hotel, even though Paul Heyman did. But we do get to see a lot of things happen here. We found out 3 things that was going to happen. We found out that Roman Reigns was going to have his celebration or whatever, the state address, Universal Championship. I don't know. We were going to have a qualifying match between Big E and Apollo. And we were also going to have a mixed tag team match for, I don't even know, first time and I don't even know when. It was Bianca Belair and Cesaro taking on Seth Rollins and Bayley. And I was just thinking about them doing that. WWE was like, we should probably do that. Now, I was like, you know what? Maybe Bianca Belair should get the little win here. But yet again, we do have to account for that Cesaro did lose at Hell in a Cell. Bianca's the champion. Bayley and Bianca need to get their feud out of the way. So how about we just have, the heels win, right? Well, that's what we did. In the start of this, Bianca came out and made a little speech, and she talked about how, she looked good, and she feels good after the Hell in a Cell match with Bayley, and every time she looks into her championship, she thinks it's a mirror, so she thinks that, obviously, it must be a reflection of greatness. Okay, cool. But rudely interrupted by Seth Rollins, who comes out and just talks a bunch of yaps and yaps and yaps and yaps, like I do. And Seth Rollins tried to get under Bianca's skin, but Seth Rollins did promise that Bayley would come out and beat her ass, which Bayley kind of did. Bayley did come out. She didn't say a word again. Or, well, she actually kind of did, but then came out. She comes out. She goes into the ring. And, well, Bianca didn't want to hear enough. She didn't want to hear anything about this. She wanted to hear more, so she punched Bayley in the face, starting the little brawl. Seth Rollins tried pulling Bianca away, or, trying to interfere. Then Bayley got on top of Bianca, and all this, da-da-da-da. They started brawling. But then you heard Cesaro's music, and I was pumped. Cesaro kicked Seth Rollins' ass. Seth Rollins was about to lose it. If you watch his face reaction, he was about to lose it because of all that was going on. Cesaro came out. They started brawling. And, well, Cesaro and Bianca cleared house before they went to commercial break. But the funniest part, and yes, the funniest part that I do know about this is before they went to commercial break, Bianca Belair was, whipping her hair around near Cesaro, and Cesaro didn't have any hair, so she whipped it around, and Cesaro was dancing with Bianca Belair. It was just so funny to me. I kind of chuckled. Anyway, let's get to the mixed tag team match. This match was fucking amazing. It was great. It really was a great opener. One thing I do have to say in this tag team match, no, of course, I don't cover a lot of what goes on in the ring, you know. But we did see a lot of, outside, inside, outside towards the end. But the one thing I did notice is towards the end, Seth Rollins and Cesaro were brawling. Obviously, you know the rules of a mixed tag team match. Whenever a woman is in, the other woman has to enter, and if the men are in, the men have to come in. So again, it's not the Attitude Era where women and men can fight. Unfortunately, that is how they do it. Mixed tag team matches, of course, simple enough. Okay, cool. But the one thing I did want to say is towards the end, where Seth Rollins and Cesaro were fighting out on the outside, Bianca had Bayley set up for the KOD, but unfortunately, Seth Rollins went back in the ring, and I guess somehow, if you slow it down and catch it, you can see Seth accidentally, and I think accidentally, maybe hit Bayley in like the throat or something. I don't know, or the face. You can just see it there, and I just wanted to clarify, like, maybe it was an accident or a botch, but I catch little things in the matches. Of course, I was able to stay up and watch all of it, unlike Raw and NXT, which kind of made me sleepy. I don't know why I had to sleep through NXT. It's probably because I slept during Raw. But regardless, sticking on this topic, I think Seth Rollins accidentally hit Bayley in the throat. You can go watch it. WWE should have it up on their YouTube channel. But regardless, it caused Bianca Belair to lose her balance. Therefore, Bayley was able to counter. Cesaro got Seth Rollins out of the ring. And Bayley was able to hit the Rose Plant. I now know the name of the move. The Rose Plant. She takes the person's arm, put it under her leg, and just head plants them down to the thing. 1, 2, 3. The heels win. So we have ended Cesaro and Seth Rollins' feud. We have ended Bayley and Bianca Belair's feud. So they're done. I don't know who Bianca Belair will still face. Bayley could go back, pinning the champion in their tag team match. Bayley could say that, well, again, I deserve another opportunity because I did pin the champion in that match. But yet again, Bayley should compete in the Money in the Bank ladder match. That would be good. That would be a great move for it. A great move. And Sasha. I think that Bianca Belair should maybe, I feel like Bianca should defend her title, but I don't know where they're going to go with this. Seth Rollins and Cesaro should be in the Money in the Bank. So I don't know what they're going. Now Corbin, I don't know what they're going to do with Corbin. Corbin's down in the dumps. I don't know. He's not king anymore. He's just upset, man. And I feel bad for Corbin too. And the reason I bring up Corbin is because, well, what came next was something that I'd never seen since William Regal or Sheamus, whatever. The coronation, if that's how you even say it, of King Shinsuke Nakamura. Sorry, I gave you that scream. It's so loud, I know. Anyway, Shinsuke Nakamura was going to be crowned the king, not only of strong style, but the king. And do I like it? Yeah, I do. But I still feel like Baron Corbin should have won that feud. I know a lot of people don't like Baron, but Baron is such a great heel. You got to believe me. The guy on Instagram is amazing. He knows how to cook food. He is so talented, man. The man is like, I wouldn't say he's Jesus, but like he's Jesus. Baron Corbin is just an amazing person. We got to take that accountability. So there's nothing for Baron Corbin at this point. I still think Baron Corbin should stay heel. He should stay a heel. But I don't know what's next for him. WWE could be looking to turn him into a face, which I don't know if I could get behind. I don't know. Tell me, guys. Tell me in the comments down below. Do you guys think that Baron Corbin can be a face? Can you get behind Corbin as a face? Because I know he's worked so great as a heel. And there's some people, like, I need to tell you, there are some people in the WWE that should just stay heel, and there are some people in the WWE that should just stay face. Look at Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio has been a face since, I don't even know. I don't remember when he was a heel. Rey Mysterio is like the only face to me, really. And there are some characters that just fit the heel role, and you should just take their heel role. And there are some people who can do both. But there's always the heel role, and the heel role is so much better. Like for me, if I was a wrestler, I'd want to be a heel. And the reason for that is because you get to create and cut promos. You get to, you know, obviously be able to be this bad person, this bad woman, this bad guy. You know, it's so great. Again, so really Corbin, I don't know what WWE has planned for Corbin, but I hope it's something good. Maybe a qualifying match for the Money in the Bank. Again, do remember he was a former Money in the Bank winner, and we do remember how that turned out. So, yeah, I still think that maybe, just maybe, WWE should do something with Corbin. I don't know if it'll be the best to do. Maybe I don't want to continue the Shinsuke and Baron feud. I still think that WWE should do something with Baron, and that being the Money in the Bank ladder match. I still think, like, if not, maybe you should have Cesaro versus Seth Rollins one last time. And I say one last time because they only had 2 matches. WrestleMania. Actually, they had a bunch of matches together. 3 matches, and we're counting SmackDown, that throwback. But for counting pay-per-views, only 2. I think that maybe another match on SmackDown. This will, because both of them, I think they're both tied. I think they're both tied. Cesaro WrestleMania, Cesaro on that episode. No, they're not. Seth Rollins actually, well, I don't know. I think the winner of this Money in the Bank ladder match should go on to whoever, I guess. I don't know. But Seth Rollins and Cesaro have chemistry with each other, so they should be in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Baron Corbin should be put in there. Sami Zayn would likely, or maybe likely, win this Last Man Standing match next week. And I say this is because Kevin Owens has already won twice. And remember the last time we've had Kevin Owens in a Last Man Standing match. We've seen how that turned out. So, I don't know. I feel like Sami Zayn should do it because Kevin Owens has talked about being on a hiatus. So maybe coming back as a heel. I don't know exactly what WWE has planned for him. But during the draft, maybe he might be gone for the from this Last Man Standing match. This might put Kevin Owens out. And then when we come back to the draft, he'll return and he will be put on Raw. That is my prediction. But for the draft, we'll get to that part. We'll keep going with SmackDown here. Obviously, the next matchup, we had Big E taking on Apollo Crews with Commander Aziz at ringside. And here's what I do not get. So, disqualification policy. Let me explain it. Because I'm pissed off at this policy. A disqualification can occur when a superstar uses a weapon on another superstar. Boom. That's a disqualification. You take the board from the commentary table and use it to their opponent. That's a disqualification. Someone enters the ring and attacks. Hold on, I think I'm lagging a little bit here. I don't know what's going on. Okay. So you have a person come in the ring and attack another person. That's disqualification. But there's another disqualification whenever someone attacks from the outside. That's a disqualification. Well, nope. Because though the referee did catch Commander Aziz go for the Nigerian nail, or well, actually throw Big E into the fucking barricade, there is no disqualification whatsoever on that match, letting Big E win just by disqualification. And I don't think WWE wanted to do that. Smart from WWE to not to do that, though, too. But still, it would still be a disqualification. My bad. It would still be a disqualification. But, of course, the only thing the referee saw was this. From Aziz. It doesn't matter. Big E picked up the victory as Aziz was heading back to the back. Apollo Crews was kind of pissed at this. Big E hit the big ending. 1, 2, 3. Big E is qualifying for the Money in the Bank ladder match, and I am proud. But is he going to win? I cannot disclose that information. But I don't work with WWE, so I don't know. If I was to give you my honest opinion, I think not. I don't think Big E will win the Money in the Bank ladder match. I don't know who will. Again, think that Big E, if John Cena is not, the rumors are not true, if the rumors of John Cena returning for SummerSlam are not true, well, then I think this is a great opportunity for WWE to push Big E into this position of more of a not a bad guy, but more of a tough guy, for a tough opponent for Roman. And the reason I say this is because we need to get Big E tough, because if the rumors are true of Big E going to Raw, with Big E's toughness, getting rid of some of that funniness, he will be in a singles run on Raw. Therefore, he could probably go, and if you put Big E up against Roman, you can put that on his resume of getting a title opportunity for the future. So I don't know. I have no clue. I will be right back for a couple seconds. So keep you guys busy. Okay, I apologize. I'm back. Sorry for that. But yeah, back to what I was saying about this match. This match was actually pretty great. The qualifying match with Big E and Apollo. It's entertaining. Big E hit the big ending. Now he qualifies for the Money in the Bank ladder match. So as I was saying again, I really think that Big E should be a SummerSlam opponent for Roman Reigns. I am on the board of Big E getting a title match at SummerSlam with Roman Reigns. Roman has said, and we will get to the addressment, and I will explain what he was trying to address. And in my eyes, I was thinking a new title, but we'll get there when we get there. Next, we had Carmella named a Money in the Bank qualifier. She didn't even compete in a match to be qualified. Sonya Deville was like, Carmella! But then, guess who came out? My girl, my favorite woman wrestler in the WWE today, Liv Morgan. And she said she wants an opportunity. And you guys remember, if you looked on Twitter, she has said many things about the Money in the Bank. She has said that she's all in for the Money in the Bank ladder match. I think she should win it. I'm behind the board of Liv Morgan winning the Money in the Bank briefcase. This sets up such a great little plan for an idea with Liv Morgan and Bianca Belair. You would think that Liv Morgan's been fighting her way to the top to become a champion, and she could be the first champion from the Riot Squad. First champion from the Riot Squad to win it. She could be the first woman from the Riot Squad to win a championship. That's how I was trying to say, not first champion. Doesn't matter. Liv Morgan and Carmella faced, and what happened is that Sonya Deville said, you know what, I'm going to set this match up, okay? Liv, if you think you deserve this opportunity, face Carmella. She did, and Liv Morgan came out with a victory. So Sonya Deville is going to take it under consideration, which makes no sense because you had big considerations for Carmella, but now you have to take this under consideration. Not very well. And also to speak about what happened after Shinsuke Nakamura, we saw obviously, Mr. Adam Pearce and Sonya rocking out of Shinsuke, but we saw Seth Rollins come in their office and talk about him being next in line for a title opportunity. So Big E and Seth Rollins really are considerable opponents. I think I'm on with the Big E more than Seth Rollins, but I'm also okay with Seth Rollins facing Roman at SummerSlam. I'm okay with that. Really am. But Big E should deserve that opportunity because if you think about it, if you want to plan it out, WWE, I think that maybe that if you put Big E in this title match for SummerSlam, opposed to John Cena, obviously John Cena and Roman would obviously kill the fucking show. I still think if you put Big E in this match, the best thing you could be doing is you could put him being in the world title picture on his credentials, on his resume, and when he heads to Raw can look at that and be like, we could put him in the world title picture. We could probably have him take on Bobby Lashley, if Bobby Lashley is still the champion in the future. Just saying, I really think that should be, considered. I think Big E is a perfect SummerSlam opponent for Roman Reigns. It would kill the summer. Everybody would love it. I mean, let's be honest. If not, if John Cena is able to make it, then John Cena is perfect opponent for Roman Reigns. I think that this is great. You can even bring up the time they faced each other at No Mercy. Yes, I do remember that. But yeah, this was a great one. Liv Morgan could earn her shot. She even, obviously proved herself to Carmella, to go back on this topic here. So I think Liv Morgan should be in the Money in the Bank ladder match. No hands down, no other match against Carmella. Because Carmella did say, but still, you're the most beautiful woman in the WWE today, Carmella. That's not true. I've seen Liv Morgan on Instagram. She's hotter than you, Carmella. Mm-hmm. What's up? You a traitor too. I know you're from Boston. Or not from Boston. I know you're from Massachusetts. Carmella. But you want to go on New York. Yeah, get out of here. Then we had another match, obviously in the back. We also did see, before this, we had Jimmy Uso in the back, just pacing himself. Then we saw Heyman come out of the Roman's room. And Jimmy obviously talked to Heyman, kind of scared Heyman, but talked about how, he wants to prove himself, of course. Well, how do I prove myself? You win a match. Okay? To prove to Roman you can be the right-hand man, it's pretty simple. Either you go out and show the family what you can do, or you win a match. And Jimmy Uso dedicated his win to the family and to Roman. And here's the thing. You had Jimmy Uso defeat Dolph Ziggler. Yup, one super kick later, boom. Jimmy Uso does this for his family. And surprisingly, this was pretty fucking good. Jimmy Uso perfectly hit the super kick onto Dolph Ziggler. It was perfect. 1, 2, 3, done. And when he got back up the ramp and he head to the back, when he was in that little place between your entrance, it was there. He told Roman he won. You know, he's the right-hand man. Roman smiled because he obviously knew he did good. But Roman's champ. Remember, at the end of the day, Roman's champion, and he's the head of the table, and he has to address the people. This is not the Jimmy Uso show. This is the Roman Reigns show. So when I got the little, hint that Roman Reigns was going out there and Jimmy was going to go with him, Paul Heyman was like, no. It told me that you already had your moment. Now it's time for Roman to have his. If he needs you, you know what to do. You're the right-hand man. You show up. You're to help the family. So Roman, or Paul Heyman, explains to the universe that Roman has beaten everybody that he can. He's beaten. He scared the Fiend. He decimated Braun Strowman. He baptized Jey Uso. He KO'd Kevin Owens. He not only brutalized, but pummeled Daniel Bryan. He took Edge, stacked him on Daniel Bryan, and pinned him. He sent Daniel Bryan packing. He then took Cesaro's one opportunity to win that championship and threw that bitch out the window. And then he launched Rey Mysterio, just like he did to Dominic. Literally launched both of them into a medical facility. Roman has decimated and dominated everybody. But there's one person that clearly still has a chance to, get what he wants. There's still that one person who Roman kind of forgot about. In a sense, forgot about. Of course, he never forgot about stacking Edge, but he does remember Edge made his return. And Roman, you saw Roman's face. He was like, what the fuck? And when I heard, you think you know me? Bum, 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 I was happy. My second, Triple H is my first favorite wrestler of all time, Edge, returned. He came down to the ring, took off his jacket. Roman Reigns took off his jacket. These two men are so compatible with each other. It's unreal. Like, again, you want to talk about a dream match? This is a dream match. At Money in the Bank, ladies and gentlemen, I don't even think WWE knows what, but at Money in the Bank, it ain't going to be Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns Part 2. It's going to be Roman Reigns versus young boy motherfucking Edge. They going to do that because I know damn well we all wanted to see it. But here's the problem, though. Wouldn't you guys want to see that at SummerSlam? I know I would. But again, I'm on the board with the Big E versus Roman train, or Roman versus Seth, either or, whatever you can do. But if Edge is going to face Roman at Money in the Bank in front of all these people, that is the best fucking way you can do it. I think WWE was smart with bringing Edge for Money in the Bank. But still, to this day, Money in the Bank. We're talking the return of the people. Well, actually, no. We're actually going to see the people on the episode of SmackDown, then Money in the Bank, and then on Raw. So, if we can get some clarification that Mr. Edge and Roman Reigns are going to face on Money in the Bank, well, we don't need more clarification. This is clear as fucking day. Roman Reigns will take on Edge and Money in the Bank. And to get the people mad, Edge will put on a phenomenal performance in front of the fans. This is the moment that WWE have been wanting to do. This is a way to do it. I love it. I'm all for it. Make it happen. That is all of SmackDown. Yeah, it was rated R. It was so fucking good. But let me tell you something. If that match is true, I'm not saying it's confirmed, and it's not confirmed. WWE hasn't confirmed the match yet. But what we've seen from Edge, shit. There ain't no way that WWE is going to say this match is not happening at Money in the Bank. This match is happening at Money in the Bank. But they have not confirmed it. I'm not confirming it. What I'm saying is that it's true. It's got to be true. You don't just have Edge come back just to be like, oh, we're not going to do that Money in the Bank. We're going to do that on SmackDown when we come back for the fans. Now, that would be a plot twist right there. That'd be like, oh my God, you're going to just do the match? Is that what it's going to be? Roman's not going to defend at a pay-per-view? God damn. But yes, that was SmackDown. Covered all SmackDown for you. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I hope you guys did. Tell me if you did. Leave a comment down below in the comment section. Next week, we are going to get Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. In a last man standing match, Money in the Bank qualifying match. And I really think, unless Kevin Owens going on a hiatus and he's coming back for the draft, Sami Zayn wins. Sami Zayn will win if Kevin Owens is going on a hiatus. If not, Kevin Owens will win. Oh, yeah. Kevin Owens deserves to win after that fucking huge botch at that fucking Royal Rumble last man standing match. He deserves that so much. But guys, I need to talk about Raw before we get to the breaking heartbreak news of yesterday, because yesterday fucking sucked. But I need to talk about what's happening on Raw. There are three things three things are happening on Raw that I know of. Well, one, we're going to get the shitty-ass strap match between Elias and Rikers. Yep, I guess that's happening, and WWE wants to get people behind Rikers. I'm not. This match should be a Money in the Bank qualifying match, if anything, because WWE is doing a last man standing match. You might as well do a Money in the Bank, qualifying strap match. So I don't know how people are going to feel about that, but unfortunately, they're not going to do that Money in the Bank qualifying match or have that as a qualifying match at all. It's just a regular strap match. But the real main event for Raw will be the last chance at the Money in the Bank spot for the Raw team. And that is Randy Orton, AJ Styles, and Drew McIntyre will battle for the qualifying match, triple threat. Last chance Money in the Bank qualifying match. And we're going to get Kofi Kingston talking to MVP, or answering an MVP, or whatever the fuck. But I need to explain who's going to win that triple threat match to you. And the winner of that is easy. I think I said it in my Raw reaction, Raw NXT reviews. If you think it's AJ Styles, you're wrong. If you think it's Drew McIntyre, you're probably right, but you're likely wrong. If you think it's Randy Orton, you're right. Because, one, I do think WWE is going to set up Drew McIntyre and Jinder, and it's not going to be AJ, because AJ and Amos got to defend the titles against the Viking Raiders. Unless they do it on fucking Raw, which means that there will be no tag team match at Money in the Bank. And I think we need to see AJ and Amos, and I think we need to have the Viking Raiders on Money in the Bank. Doesn't matter if it's a kickoff, and you don't know how I feel about kickoff. You know how I feel about kickoffs. But AJ ain't winning. Jinder Mahal gonna ruin Drew McIntyre's chance at the Money in the Bank, costing him that. Randy Orton's gonna make it with Riddle. Riddle and Randy will be my two choices for the winners of the Money in the Bank. Or actually, Wrong. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna say Riddle and John Morrison. Yep. And the reason I said John Morrison is because Miz is gonna screw him over. For the women's, though, the two people from Raw, I'm gonna go. I think I said this before: Asuka and Alexa Bliss for right now. And Naomi might be another choice, but Nikki Cross. If they give it to Nikki Cross, I'm gonna be pretty upset. I don't know what Alexa. I say Alexa Bliss because she has the fucking powers, but like, if she's gonna go her whole little like twisted bliss type shit, fuck no. If she's doing that little silly like other Alexa Bliss shit, I'm okay with it. But it's gonna be fucking weird. I'm Money in the Bank, bro. Especially with Alexa Bliss in the match, it's gonna be weird as hell. Big E is gonna be my other choice for SmackDown. Big E is one of my choices, so there's that. We don't know, man. We do not know. Good news, WWE Live will be returning to the UK in this year's September, so I'm happy about that. So that's for right now. But guys, I need to tell you the sad news about the wrestlers who have been released so far as of yesterday. It breaks my heart to say these names, but I'm only going to say that I really know of, okay? But I should say all of them just because I feel like it's better to do this. I don't know if anybody else got released, but these are the superstars so far. If you guys watch 205 Live, it's no longer a thing because they got rid of Arya Davari, Tony Nese, the Bollywood Bros, Kurt Stallion, Aria Ruiz, Chase Parker, actually got rid of Ever Rise, Marina Shafir, and three big names they got rid of: Fandango, Killian Dane, and the Party member, and the longest reigning defending left right champion, Tyler Breeze. I was sad when I found out that Tyler Breeze was gone. I was so upset when Tyler Breeze was gone. So upset. Very upset. Very upset. Really am. But I do want to talk about one thing I do want to talk about is what Xavier Woods said about Breeze and what Breeze said to Woods. And if you guys do not know, if you guys don't watch Up Up Down Down, you guys would know that Breeze and Woods are best friends. They're like the best, I'd say the best of friends. Like they're so fucking perfect together. It is so sad that Tyler Breeze is gone from WWE, and I don't know how Up Up Down would do it, or Up Up Down Down, but Up Up Down Down. If your rule is that if you are not in the WWE anymore, superstars cannot be on Up Down Down. If that is true, I think for Tyler Breeze and Tyler Breeze only, since he makes it very entertaining and he likes to piss off you, Creed. I really think that there should be an exception. I really think that Breeze should be the exception. That Breeze gets to stay on Up Up Down Down. Because without him, I don't know who I would want to have you be with on Battle of the Brands, on Uno, to fight for the left right championship. Here's what Austin Creed, aka Xavier Woods, had to say about his best friend leaving. He says, and I quote, "When I met Gorgeous," which is Tyler Breeze's name on Instagram, "we were in FCW. If you don't know what FCW is, it is Florida Championship Wrestling. We were cool, but ended up both being injured once, and we would keep each other from going insane by waking up and playing Borderlands 2 online, a game that I would play I play with my friends, a game that I do like playing with my friends. But moving forward, through this video game, we realized that we were the yin to the other's yang. Started talking and hanging out more and realized I was really charismatic, but not the best wrestler. And he was an amazing wrestler, but not the most charismatic. We fit together like puzzle pieces and began learning from each other. Some coaches told me quite a few times to watch who I hang with. Distance yourself from that guy. Why would you want to tag with him? He's not going to help your career. Some even tried lying in attempts to put us against each other. We never understood it, but by never letting anyone get to us, he taught me how to be better in the ring, and I helped him bring out his natural charisma. Since then, every step, my WWE career, Tyler Breeze, his real name is Matt Clement, Clement, I think his name is Matt Clement, was literally always been there, right with me no matter what. He pushes me to get better and to believe in myself when I don't. I'm not sure where I'd be in life if he wasn't in mine. Today sucks. It really sucks. But I'm happy because my incredible talented friend do whatever he wants to do. Didn't get the edit, he did fix it. It's to do whatever he wants to do. And I'm so happy that he has that freedom. Love you, man. Also, we bonded through games, and we will stick together with games. And if you guys don't know Golden Boy was actually at WrestleMania, at Up, Down, Down's little UDD Mania 2. So Golden Boy said, "You guys built something incredible, and no doubt you'll find a way to make it even more amazing together down the road." And I love it. I think it's awesome. And with this last little text here, we bonded through games, and we will stick together with games. So I think Breeze may just stay on Up, Down, Down, even though he's fired. But that was from, believe it or not, that was from Mr. Woods. This is from Breeze himself. And I will tell you what Woods said after. Friend appreciation post. Can't say enough good things about this man. Austin is not only one of my best friends, but also a damn great human. One of the first people I met and wrestled when I was hired by WWE. We quickly became very close and essentially grew up together in WWE. Been through a ton of times, good and bad together. Always the other side better. The amount of time and effort he has put into not only build Up, Down, Down, but he's put Up, Down, Down into a huge success that it is now. But to also form a close-knit group of hardworking individuals who pump out content daily. He has helped numerous people either get a job or keep a job, and has been a shining light, an irreplaceable cog in the wheel, opening up multiple opportunities for not only himself, but being so abnerant and opening up doors for his circle as well. Not many people would do that, and it's something that he should be he should be celebrated for and appreciated for too. I know I owe a ton to him, and so do several others. Never asking for acknowledgement or praise, but just continuing to work hard and see where his limits are, which it doesn't seem like he has any. All of this, and not even mentioning that he's a father, a husband, and working on his PhD. He is the epitome of having no excuses and creating the life you want to live. Austin, I love you and thank you for everything as well as being my friend. There is no one else I'd rather annoy and make angry. Austin did say this afterwards. He said, speed bumps never stopped us before, regardless of how big they were, how big they have been. We always beat them in the end. Always love you, man. I'm very sad for Prince Pretty. I do hope that WWE does in some aspect consider returning or having Breeze come back some way, shape, or form, because I don't know how WWE can move forward with out Breeze. I don't know how up down down. I don't know how up down down will do it. That was a post, and Breeze was just oh my, I don't know. Like the last thing we even saw from them was like a backstage interview, I guess. And you know what's crazy is that they had one last match against they have a match against, they won. Imperium. They had a match against Imperium and they got beaten. Slaughtered by Imperium after beating them. That's crazy. So I don't know. I really don't. I'm sad that Breeze is gone. I loved Breeze. Honestly, he was just a great guy, especially in up, down, down. You know, sometimes he can be the heel of the whole, thing, but it's sad. Very sad. I don't know what I don't know what would happen without him, you know? I don't know how the other, I don't know how the other wrestlers are going to feel, walking into the locker room and not being able to see Breeze. I don't know how Adam Cole feels. Cesaro. Xavier Woods, I don't know how he's going to feel when he just walks in and doesn't see Breeze. He'll probably FaceTime him. But those are the released wrestlers, man, and it sucks. When I heard Fandango, I was like, oh, damn, they're probably going to get rid of Breeze. I hope they don't. Keep Breeze. Make him do it. Make him do some of his single stuff. They had nothing for Breeze. So when they do with tag teams, either, and there's always the 50-50 chance when you break up a tag team or have someone go out. So like Ruby Riott, when she went, I was like, oh, damn, Liv Morgan better not go with her. Please have something for Liv Morgan. So WWE had something with Liv Morgan. And that was the Money in the Bank briefcase. They have something for Liv. So that's great. It's the 50-50. Either when you get rid of someone, you either get rid of the other, or you have something for them set up. Well, WWE had nothing set up for Matt Clement, aka Tyler Breeze. They had nothing set up for him. Therefore, there's just nothing. And it sucks. It does suck. But now we need to get on to the draft and how it's returning and how it will be. So the draft is returning in a way that I guess the draft is returning in a way where it's going to reset the WWE. So they're going to try to make Raw better or SmackDown better somehow, And it's perfectly fine with that. They could probably do some call-ups as well from NXT. So they could get Bronson Reed. They could get Kieran Cross. But that's how they're returning the draft. It's somewhere in September. I don't know exactly when. I think they had dates, but I know it's returning in September. This is perfect. My birthday month. Actually born the same day as I have the same birthday as Matt Hardy, 23rd of September. Same birthday. So it's really great. But I'm happy the draft's coming back. I'm happy we're gonna reset the whole universe. So that's how the draft is going to be. I've also heard that Big E is going to probably go to Raw, but it still would be nice to have him face Roman for the Universal title at SummerSlam. Still would be really nice to have him face at SummerSlam. Put that under his belt, put that under his resumes, credentials. That I got an opportunity at the Universal Championship, so we could put him in the title picture. Big E, perfect, or we could put him with Bobby Lashley, perfect. I don't know who they would draft to Raw for exchange of Big E. It'd be nice to have Jeff Hardy on SmackDown. Really be nice to have Jeff Hardy on SmackDown. But you don't know WWE. More releases could come, and they talked about more releases coming. So yeah, back when Samoa Joe got released. But again, WWE could have made a mistake, and I feel like they did with Aleister Black. They should really get Aleister Black back. Like, put him back, gain him back. You need that man back, like they did with Samoa Joe. So I don't know. I don't know really. But there is one big thing that I need to talk about. It's in the description below. If you want to get more of the draft, there is a video down in the description below from WrestleMania. If you did not catch my Raw or NXT review on Wednesday, it's down in the description below. If you want to check out last week's Talking Logic Hell in a Cell predictions, go check that out. I know I was wrong with two of them, but I saved something to end the show off. I wanted to end the show off in somewhat of a good way. Could be a bad way, actually, too. Anyway, I have a little source from someone who likes to, do Wrestle news. But I would like to talk about this little news right here about how the new writer for Raw was fired. Yeah, new Raw writer was fired. What a rhyme, right? Yes, there was a woman by the name Candice Mobley. Candice Mobley. She was the new Raw writer. So obviously, right here, new WWE Raw writers' comments are getting a lot of media attention after the comments revealed that WWE doesn't require writers to know anything about wrestling, and this has fans discussing. And you know what I find? I find WWE kind of disgusting. So yes, this is what the writer said. This is what the new Raw writer said. She says, and I quote, "Yes, I have just been hired by WWE. Also a surprise for me, they did not require me to know anything about wrestling, but I do have a background in film production and comedy writing." And they're like, "Perfect. Come on in." So why does this have fans discussing? Well, the reason it has fans discussing is because Raw's ratings have been shit, and the writers are to blame. And what she said makes perfect fucking sense, and it is true. The Raw writers know nothing about wrestling. That's why she was fired. She was fired because she did not know anything about wrestling, and she kind of made the WWE look, I guess, embarrassed. WWE was embarrassed. Well, WWE, you should be embarrassed. Have you not seen all fucking Raw? But now I'm wondering how, after her comments, how last week's Raw was so fucking good. And I think it's because of Mr. McMahon. Mr. McMahon was probably like, "I'm going to take over Money in the Bank right now. I'm going to make sure everybody has a good, fun time." But dude, how are you going to fucking hire writers that know nothing about wrestling? Hey, first off, fine. Here's the best thing. You want good writers for Raw? You need to have wrestlers be the ones to decide, be the writers. You need to have some wrestlers come in and be like, "Oh, okay, help out." Paul Heyman does so good jobs with it. He does such a great job in the back. He knows what to do, And then he has other wrestlers maybe come in. You know, Daniel Bryan was another person. I heard Daniel Bryan was also in the back of SmackDown helping out too. It's like, Raw, you fired a new writer who didn't know nothing about wrestling. She opens her big mouth, says this, and you're embarrassed and you fire her. So if you fired her because she don't know nothing about wrestling, why are you keeping the other people who fucking know nothing about wrestling? No wonder Raw is shit. You have writers that know nothing about wrestling. Only comedy and fucking film production. That's what she did. So you know nothing about wrestling? Oh, come on in. You can do comedy. You can do film production and comedy writer. Yeah, come on in, bro. What the fuck is this? No, like again, no wonder Raw is shit. You got Raw writers that know nothing about wrestling, so no wonder it's fucking ridiculous. So yeah, obviously it's gonna suck. But damn, her comments do got her talking. Like, this is facts. Raw has shit writers. They have no knowledge. She didn't know who the WWE champion was. But the name was she might have messed up on the name. She Bobby Ashley. She fucking called it. She fucking called Bobby Lashley Bobby Ashley. I'd like to get some Bobby Ashleys in the chat here. That's fucking funny. But excuse me, you're missing the L. It's Bobby Lashley. Close, but Ashley. It's so funny to me, man. Imagine if that was actually a person's name. I'd laugh. I'd want to do a match. Bobby Ashley versus Bobby Lashley. Oh god, that's fucking funny as hell to me though. But again, don't if you find her on social media, don't harass, don't be mean. Just, just like be nice, be friendly, Don't be one of those stick in the mud type fucking people. Obviously, the last time we had those kind of people, fucking Piper Nivens and shit. Give the woman a chance, I don't know if she got fired before she was even hired or like what. Maybe first day of work and then boom, opens her mouth, boom, done, fired. You just exposed us. Mickie James did the same thing. But come on. Get writers that know wrestling, okay? Like the best thing here, you can even get legends too. You can get modern wrestlers or you can get fucking get the legends to come back and do some writing for you. Hell, Randy Orton has been in the company I don't even know how long. You put him in so many storylines, you could have him write. Shit. Could have him write for you. But no. They're just going to do the same exact shit. Writers are not going to listen. The writers are not going to know anything about wrestling, but they've been there to know wrestling. Yada, yada, yada. Raw was so dumb to get rid of Paul Heyman. Look at SmackDown. Look what Paul Heyman could have done. Look, I would have rathered Paul Heyman on Raw so I can have a 3-hour episode of good content versus fucking 2 hours of pure, 3 hours of pure shit and 2 hours of golden fucking like chocolate from Germany. Like that's how fucking good SmackDown is. It's chocolate from Germany. Oh my god, my connection's unstable. Oh god, hold on. Okay, I think I'm good now. My connection was my connection was unstable. As I was saying, SmackDown is like golden chocolate from fucking Germany compared to Raw. Raw is like a fucking Tootsie Roll. NXT is my favorite fucking candy, Kit Kat. That's how good NXT is. Raw is literally a fucking dried up Tootsie Roll. That's how bad it is. If you like Tootsie Rolls, I'm sorry, but that's how Raw is. Fucking Tootsie Roll ass. But yeah, Raw, if you're listening, hire writers that know shit about wrestling or modern day wrestlers. Ask them, hey, what do you think? We want to try to get a guy in the storyline. What do you think should happen? How do you think the story should go? Get their opinions, ask them, or have them be one of the writers. Like, that's even better. They're not gonna do it. They're not gonna do it. They're gonna keep doing the same bullshit. Rematch, rematch, rematch. And just wait. We're gonna do Cedric Alexander versus Jeff Hardy for the third fucking time. That's how the writers know nothing, and that's why there's been rematches, because they don't know nothing about wrestling. They're just like, oh, we're gonna take this superstar and put him against this superstar. Remember last week? Yeah, but didn't we do that last week? Yeah, you're right. Let's switch it up. It's like pushing. Here's what it's like. You know, it's like from the other week of Raw to this week to last week's of Raw. It's like they fucking wrote the same shit, but then they're like, oh shit, we did this already. Reset or random button, shuffle. Okay, that's gonna happen. Doom. You know what I mean? So that's how they went. It sucks. Stupid. But that brings us to the end of the Talking Logic podcast. If you enjoyed this, please leave a like. Don't forget to comment down below, turn on those post notifications, and please subscribe to the channel. If you want more wrestling Talking Logic podcasts or more wrestling content from myself. Again, if you missed Talking Logic last week, down in the description below. If you missed Raw and NXT reviews, down in the description below. If you want to check out more about the draft and the release superstars, you can check out WrestleMania's video down in the description below. Again, this was Talking Logic, the wrestling podcast. Thank you so much for watching. I will be here next week. And it should be a good one. I think I'm going to talk about... I think I'd like to talk about the return of fans. Yeah, I think I would like to talk about the fans. But also next week, not only will it be 4th of July, I guess, a weekend, but I'll do something 4th of July. Okay? And how about the Great American Bash coming up soon? So we'll probably talk about that, I guess. Anyway, thank you guys so much. I'll be here next week. I'll talk about Great American Bash. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. Enjoy yourselves. And please, please, please don't do something you won't regret. See you later.